In other news, there are no attempts to deliberately delay the distribution of compensation to farm worker beneficiaries of Hacienda Luisita affected by two transactions made by HLI. This is according to Agrarian Reform Virgilio de los Reyes. We'll have the full story from Sam Ramirez.
Agrarian Reform Secretary Virgilio de los Reyes has again slammed rumors that they are deliberately delaying the distribution of compensation to farm worker beneficiaries of Hacienda Luisita who were affected by the two transactions made by Hacienda Luisita Incorporated, namely the selling of 500 hectares of land to Centenary Holdings and Rizal Commercial Banking Corporation and another 80 hectares to the government for the construction of Subic-Lartarlac Expressway or SCTEX. Based on the 1987 Constitution, private property shall not be taken for public use without just compensation. The Supreme Court has decided that an auditing shall take place to look at the financial records of Hacienda Luisita Incorporated to determine whether or not all the proceeds from the two transactions were properly utilized. The results of this audit will also reveal the amount of compensation between Hacienda Luisita Incorporated and the farm worker beneficiaries. However, it was also decided by the Supreme Court that the auditing firm must be agreed upon by all the parties in Hacienda Luisita, and these are United Luisita Workers Union, Alyansa na Magbubukid sa Hacienda Luisita, Farm, Supervisory Group, and Hacienda Luisita Incorporated. Secretary de los Reyes, this is where the process starts to slow down.
We are not delaying the audit. It's that the Supreme Court decision of April 24 said that the auditing firm must be selected and agreed to by all the parties. We are in a situation where the parties cannot agree on the auditing firm.
According to DAR Undersecretary Antonio Parungao, the parties have already identified an auditing firm during the second semester of this year. But after a few days, one group changed its mind.
Well, according to one group, they were saying that this party should be disqualified because they had conducted auditing services for Hacienda Luisita Inc. previously, and they felt that was already biased.
DAR has already asked the Supreme Court to clarify some issues relative to the auditing of the proceeds from the two transactions, mainly on the nature and extent of the auditing period. When asked what they would do with the money, most of the farm worker beneficiaries said that they will use it as their capital for their newly owned piece of land.
Malaking bagay din yun. Siyempre, masaya kami. O, sana kung yung pera may bigay pa, may pangkapital kami. Sige, kung hindi bibigay, kasi uso dito, pag pasasangla mo, o hindi kami magsasaka.
Para may pampunan po kami sa lupang binigay nila ngayon. Hindi na kami mangungutang, may pangbungkal na po kami na dapat gamitin.
Reporting for the People's Television, Sam Ramirez.